So today's chapter 9.1, all about line plots, and your learning goal today is to be able to make and use line plots with fractions in order to solve problems, okay? And I'm actually going to turn in I'm going to actually challenge you to have an additional learning goal, which is today, as we're talking about line plots, I want you to think about what's similar between line plots and what you know about two-coordinate graphs and what's different, okay? So that's like a little bonus learning goal for you to be thinking about in the back of your head throughout the lesson today. Students have measured different amounts of water into beakers for an experiment. The amount of water in each beaker is listed below. So one beaker has 1/4 of a cup, another beaker has 1/4 of a cup, then 1/2 a cup, etc. Okay? If the total amount of water stayed the same throughout the experiment, what would be the average amount of water in a beaker? Okay, so what we're going to do is make a line plot to help us figure out what the average amount would be. So the first thing you need to do is set yourself up to make a line plot. Go ahead and make a number line that has 1/4, 1/2, and 3/4. Now that you have your line set up for your line plot, all you need to do is start plotting the amounts. Okay, so in the first beaker, there is 1/4 of a cup. So go ahead and draw an X above the 1/4. Then your second cup has how much in it, Jason? 1/4. So we need to draw another X on top of that one. Your third cup has 1/2. So we're going to draw an X over 1/2. Then your fourth cup, we've done now the first three. Your fourth cup has 3/4. So of course we're going to draw an X over the 3/4. Your next cup has how much? 1/4. So you're going to draw another X over the 3/4. Go ahead and using this data, finish making your line plot. Okay. So how many 1/4 cups do we have? 7. Go ahead and write this. 1/4, 7. How many 1/2 cups do we have? 2. How many 3/4 cups do we have? 3. Okay. Now we need to find the total amount of water in all of the beakers that contain 1/4 cups of water. How many beakers are there again that have 1/4 cups of water? 7. There are 7 beakers with 1/4 cups of water. So there are 7/4, or in fraction form, 7/4. Is 7/4 in simplest form? How can we simplify it? What does 7/4 become when we put it in simplest form? Tanvi?
1 3/4.
So there are 1 3/4 cups of water in all of the 1/4 beakers. Now, of course, we need to find the total amount of water in all the beakers that contain 1/2 a cup of water. How many beakers are there on your line plot that contain 1/2 a cup of water? Siddharth? 2 beakers with 1/2 a cup of water. So there are 2 halves, which is equal to 1 cup. Then we're going to find the total amount of water that's in your 3/4 beakers. Okay, how many beakers are there that have 3/4? 3. So 3 times 3/4 is how many fourths? 9/4, or in simplest form? 2 and 1/4 cups. Okay. How can I find out how much water I have together in all of my beakers? How can I find out how much water I have all together? Arushi?
You can add up all of the numbers that you got. So you add up 1 3/4 plus 1 cup plus 2 and 1/4 cups.
Okay, go ahead and add 1 3/4 plus 1 plus 2 and 1/4 to figure out how much water I have all together in all of my beakers. Okay, how much water do I have all together? How much water do I have all together? Clarissa? 5 cups of water. Now, in order to find the average, I need to divide the total amount by the total number of beakers I have. So go ahead and count each X in your line plot. How many X's do you have all together in your line plot? Jason, how many X's do you have all together in your line plot? 12. So we need to divide the total amount of water, which is how much? 5 cups, by the total amount of beakers, which is how many beakers? 12. So go ahead and do 5 divided by 12. Now we know when we have 5 divided by 12, that's the same as what fraction, without doing any division? Zara? 5/12. So the average amount of water in each beaker is how many cups? 5/12 of a cup. Okay. Excellent.